Laura, your countdown is so pretty.
I made it.
I love it.
Katie Ann actually made my intro, and then I made the countdown to go with it and found music to put on it.
Ooh, nice.
So, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is stream numero 8. So, I don't even remember how many there are in total. We're getting there. I have 3 wonderful human beings, or are they vampires? Who knows?
Dare you? I would obviously be a werewolf, but we all know that I am an ancient primordial deity of mysterious and unknown origin.
Yep.
Valid. So, okay. Crystal, would you like to introduce your vampire self?
Sure. I can or cannot confirm my identity as a vampire, but who I am is Crystal. My channel is Crystal's Cluster, where I make a cluster of content ranging from whatever I decide to do at any given day. Mostly, it's live streams right now. I stream Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our gaming stream. And on Saturdays is Writing and Productivity, also 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am currently working on what I lovingly call my 8 books in a trench coat, starting with book 1, where I am trying to get it ready for the publishing process, and it's chaos and it's fine.
I believe in you.
I'm glad someone does. I'm terrified.
Who are you, Alyce? Wonderful human being.
Well, this pasty woman is Alyce Reads. I make AuthorTube and BookTube content here on YouTube. And I apologize, I have a toddler, so if you hear childlike noises, that would be her.
Nice. And you stream a ton.
I do. It's usually Tuesdays through Saturdays at 7 a.m., but this past week I've just not been feeling it, so.
Yeah. And
well, I hope you do not get what went around my house. So.
No, it's more of depression things.
Oh, I feel that.
Well, I am writing Mom's Methane Acid, and on my channel I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. I wanted to be in the garage den for this weekend, but I'm recovering from a stomach flu, so this is where we are. On my channel, I stream on Mondays. I do write-ins, flash fiction free-for-alls. Oh, I believe my quarterly party should be coming up in March. So I like every quarter, I like to celebrate the end of the quarter. We've, made it through another 3 months. And I also do Whip Wednesdays and book talks with CBs. And we've started streaming a playthrough of Baldur's Gate. So yeah, subscribe to us and you get a lot of me. You get a lot of my apprentice / adopted child. And yeah. Laura.
I'm Laura Nettles. Surprise. I'm here on my own channel. I am the author of this book called Tiny Shivers. It is 101 flashes, drabbles, and short stories that are of a variety of horror subgenres, including holiday food horror. That one is fun. I am currently querying Seeds of Doubt, my middle grade horror, where she is a plant lady. So, well, I turned in an R&R a few months ago, so I'm still waiting. Not holding my breath. We'll see. And I'm currently working on draft 2 of a vampire romance called Crimson Strings. Yeah, so
Crimson Strings. Well, at least draft 1 was good.
Yeah, this was the first draft. But that is me. Going through the chat. Mars is here. Got back from running an errand just in time for the stream. Amazing. Hello, CB. It's like you were just on a stream or something. Happy time zones. Hello, Heather. And Essie, hi. And Shannon, make friends with the like button. Regina, she is amazing. And a prolific author. And does some vampire books as well as romance books. And yeah. Catpaw, hello! Cool Gamer Dose, hello. Yes, intro. Was there a costume change there, Crystal?
Yeah, I was wearing multiple sweaters because I have a basement apartment and sometimes it gets cold. And I'm actually, thanks to this light, I'm no longer cold. So I've got my Halloween what sweater because I figured that was the vibe.
As a theater kid in Tennessee, I feel that layering and then unlayering.
Yep.
I literally have another shirt on under this in case I get too hot.
Yep. There is a third.
See?
And Randy, the goddess of chaos. Hello, hello. She is amazing. And yes, Sam has a questionable internet connection, but seems to be holding out.
I wrote that when Crystal was doing her intro because she was cutting out really bad for me. So I was like, oh no, but it came back together by the time it got to me. So, but I am in the area. My area was heavily affected by oh my God, it was so weird. So first it was like just a shit ton of like rain and we got national warnings for floods. And then we got national warning for winter snow. It literally was downpouring and then by the end of the night was snowing. I was like, the fuck just happened? Winter, just spring turned into winter. It's like playing Stardew Valley.
Oh God.
And it's weird. And so like my part of the city did not flood, but downtown flooded pretty bad down by Riverside. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, it's my internet has been affected on and off because even though I have fiber optic internet, which is under the ground, we don't have the infrastructure for things that freeze the ground. So it is what it is.
I don't know. I could hear Alyce. Could you guys hear Alyce during the intro?
Yeah.
Very quietly, but I could hear her.
Awesome.
I literally have my mic muted.
Well, right now. So yeah.
Sorry, I just need everyone to know that I'm not like being rude doing other things. Maybe I am. I'm looking at Atticus, which is a program that was recommended by Laura for book things. So I'm like for like book formatting and stuff, but it also says that like you can write in it as well. And so I'm like, And Crystal, you might be interested in this. It supports 1,500 plus fonts.
Yeah, I have it pulled up on another tab. At some point within the next few days, I will look into it because I need formatting software anyway at some point. So
it's also not that expensive. It looks like it's I've not confirmed that it's one time, but it looks like a one-time payment of $148.
So that's probably 200 or so Canadian, give or take.
Yeah, probably.
That's still cheaper than Pro Writing Aid.
Yeah, and I was about to say, and it's not a subscription, so even though it's like it's a big price tag up front, like I would rather pay a big price tag up front than a.
And then you can do multiple books.
Yeah, which is
all of chat is like one-time payment. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a version control coming soon. You can do footnotes, large print. Sorry, I'm very into the features
I'm
right now.
so stunned by this price tag because I know the broke people. We just ain't got it. It's just, I'm sorry, we just don't have it.
Yeah,
I have cloud storage and backup.
I have to speak with the council in order to know if I can get this program if I want it.
I formatted with Readsy, so like it looks like this on the inside. So, like, it's free. You can do as many versions as you want. Like, you can just export it like every 10 minutes and it'll do a new
Yes.
Need
one.
another tab.
But you only have
Laura, I'm gonna need you to
3
put that in the
versions
private
of
chat.
fonts.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah,
So-
if you cannot afford the price tag, I have heard very good things about Reedsy, and I think Reedsy is a good free option.
Yeah, I use Reedsy for my pen name short romances.
Yeah, whenever there's like a big price tag for something like this for my writerly needs, like my streaming subscription or anything, I work a convention and then I'm like, there we go. I know that not everybody can do that though. So,
yeah.
But also I have a very supportive husband who is willing to let me buy these things. So,
yeah.
Oh, I have a supportive husband and stuff. It's just, we just broke.
Yeah. And hello, Morgan. Hello, JC. Hello, Eva. That is true. That is true. Bombastus. Hello. You know, he is so cute.
Where's the pepperoni? The long boy.
He's just laying on the floor. On the floor.
Poor Randy came here for the spicy Roy hour. So disappointed.
No, gotta sneak. Well, I
It's
gotta
not
sneak
after
peek on
hours.
the Discord.
Thanks. Let's see. Hello, Wendy. Let's see. Aha. May I ask all you lovely people to help me with the title of a dragon novella?
I would love to help with
Atticus.
titling anything.
I haven't done a book in it yet, though. Maybe the next one. Mars likes Atticus.
That the software you were talking about?
Let's see, Randy's been using Atticus for a few years and really enjoy it.
Mars is the one that recommended it to me. That's who it was. I just was not in a position to write down the name at the time, I think, or I forgot to look it up. I love when a program is one-time purchase and not only is it one-time purchase, but they're like all future updates included.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yes, that is key.
Give.
Because I have my CS5 disc version of Photoshop.
Disc version.
I'm back in college. We had to buy the discs to install Photoshop on our computers.
I had to think about when was the last time I bought a disc version of anything.
I am still using my 2016 Microsoft Office.
Nice.
Apparently, their customer service is really good. Hello.
As many books as you want under as many pen names as you want. I think that's important to know.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, everybody's just gonna get updates.
Hey, I am listening.
Heather says Draft to Digital has free formatting as well with chapter headers. Ooh, an orange to pink to purple sunset sounds pretty. Are you spluted, sir? Yes, he is.
All the splits.
Let's see. Yeah, JC didn't like Reedsy because she had very specific things she wanted it to do, and it's not very customizable.
That's like the pros and cons of free versus paid for things.
I guess I'll just have to wait.
I know. Retro concept. Okay. So I have
What's a retro?
Buying actual, like, owning the software.
I went and I read it.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question for While We Sprint.
Yes.
And question number 1 is, have you ever Frankenstein / cannibalized a story before? any tips or warnings? So have you I guess bash kitted story ideas together into a Frankenstein of one? Or retroactively been like, I'm not going to publish the story. I'm going to take parts of it and put it into my new one. So that is the question. And I believe we shall get down to business to defeat the Huns. In 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back, welcome back.
Hey.
That was the first sprint. What did you guys get up to? What shenanigans unfolded?
I decided to split the chapter, and then had to go through the painstaking process of renumbering the chapters correctly. And then I also just said screw it and standardized into Times New Roman with the exception of the text font. And now I am regretting my life choices so hard. My eyes hurt so much from staring at fonts.
What'd you do, Alyce?
I finished chapter 20. Thank God. And I'm at my word count for the day, so I can move on.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay.
Which project is this one?
This is the queer sci-fi romance.
Nice.
I just wrote a spicy scene. So.
Awesome sauce.
I got another section done. Well, I completed the section that I was working on yesterday on and off while I spoke with the council, my inner council about Atticus. So I told my husband, I was like, I think there's a program that I want and we got to save up for it. And he was like, okay, we'll see what we can do in the budget. And then I sent it to Fox and I was like, Fox, this is a thing that I want. And he's like, okay, why this over other programs? And I was like, well, here's my reasons. And then what are your thoughts? And he's like, I'm looking into it. So, because I like to run my things by him a lot of the time. So, well, when it comes to writing stuff, we both do and whatnot. And I know he's been looking for a new writing program. And so every time we find one, we're like, but do we like this one? So.
Nice. Oh dear. So last night on stream, I actually went through and I finished writing a fanfic chapter. And I posted it.
Chapter 4.
Yes, I wrote chapter 4. And now it's like, well, I could keep going on this fanfic.
So, chapter 5. Nothing wrong with that.
So it's been so many months that I'm rereading my first 4 chapters.
I mean, that's fair.
And finding a couple of typos and editing it a little bit and updating what's on AO3. So yeah, I am now on chapter 3.
Nice.
Yes, I'm almost on chapter 3. So yeah. It's time. It's time.
It's tough.
Yeah. Let's see. Mars got some reading done, which is excellent.
Nice.
Shannon's working on the Kickstarter. Why am I yawning? Wendy says, I was messing around with old world building stuff that could probably have waited. You're being kind to your future self by making it be done now. And Randy says 223 words, but the chapter is finally done. I don't want to think how long it's technically taken me to finish it. Very valid.
Weird.
It took me 2 years to finish a short story for one of them. Yeah.
Some stories just exist faster than others.
It's true. It was a flash fiction that I liked. Stop yawning! And I wanted to expand it, so I started expanding it into a short story, and then I got stuck. And then, because I was having to come up with a magic system for it. But yeah. 2 years later, I finished it in a day. Okay!
Fair enough. You made a breakthrough.
I did. And Heather says got 475 in the AuthorTube anthology.
Nice.
Hi.
Yawns are like cursed right now. So for those who don't know, there is a AuthorTube anthology going on right now called Beltane.
Beltane?
Mm-hmm. It is hosted by something Shannon Ford.
Nicole.
Nicole Ford Thomas.
I think it's Nicole Ford Thomas, yeah.
There we go. Got there eventually. Names. I'm too tired apparently. But
Alyce wrote something for that. It's pretty good.
it was amazing. I loved it.
She did.
Yeah, I still need to write my piece for it.
We can keep them. We can check them. They got buried, so I forgot about them. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. And hello, Carla. Said after finishing book 3 of my paranormal romance that takes place in Maine, I decided to take a break and work on the next series that takes place in New Hampshire. So
Logically, I know you probably said New Hampshire, but I heard Noon Hampshire, and my brain got stuck on that.
Yeah. So the question was, have you ever Frankenstein cannibalized a story before? Any tips or warnings? Crystal, any cannibalization going on?
I have also taken like a character and just completely redone the story. All That Glitters on my website, which y'all can read for free if you would like to, was originally a much shorter flash fiction, and then I basically took the concept of the character and the story and completely redid it and like increased it. Like I went and I read the original Flash after I wrote the longer short story, and I was like, oh my god, he looks almost nothing like he did in the original Flash, which is funny. He's still a redhead, but other than that, I changed so much of him. I would say, like, for my tips or warnings, just don't get too attached to the original or like certain things, because you're like cannibalizing it, so you're gonna have to change it to make it fit in whatever the new thing is. So just don't get like too attached or too like set on, oh well, like it was this way originally, so it has to be this way, because like you're putting it in a new thing, so you're gonna have to what's the word, modify it to fit in. Evolve.
Yeah, modify sounds right.
Anybody else?
I definitely cannibalized a lot for Project Incarnate, because it actually used to be, for the most part, it was my publishing mistake when I was 18 that is never going to, will never see the light of day again. I have made sure of it. And then other times I tried to rewrite it, there were like bits and pieces as it was evolving that I liked. So I just took the original premise and those bits and pieces and just started grabbing the thread. And the main characters changed, their physicalities, a lot of the physicalities have changed. There is new villains, there's new subplots, there's entirely new characters, and it has become this thing that is now known as the Project Incarnate 8 books in the trench coat. So, and my tips are kind of the same as Sam's. Yeah, don't get attached, and she's gonna hurt, but you're gonna be okay.
Sounds like what they might say in childbirth.
It's like, it'll be worth it in the end.
Wow. I mean, I did that with Project Beacon. Project Beacon was this totally different. It was started out as a YA mystery. Is what it started out as, and now it's a queer sci-fi romance. The only thing I kept was one character, like their looks, their name, and what they did, and then the rest of it was like tore up, except for the planet and the ship. Everything else was destroyed.
In a meteor shower.
Definitely.
Nice. So I kind of have a different thing that happened. I have a YA sci-fi that I've written, and I did 3 drafts. And then I started getting idea like, what if I changed this aspect of it and shoved this trauma into it? And I was thinking about it, but before I started the next draft doing that, I was like, maybe that should be a different story altogether. So I didn't add it, and I went and fleshed it out more, and that it became my very back burner whip called Bonds of Blood and Dreams. But yeah, so that one Telltale Hearts it with a woman under the floorboards. So fun times. Mara says, I have too many ideas not to cannibalize the old ones. I call it looting the body.
I love that. I love that so much.
And Catpaw says, absolutely, many times. Randy says, I've definitely organ harvested my books a few times. A lot of the time, I'll play with an idea, set it to the side, and when I come back, it's not that good anymore. You're supposed to put it on a ventilator. Let's see.
1, 2, 3.
It's like, oh, she's dead, Jim.
No! No! Don't suck.
Go ahead and sign the death certificate.
See, my main tip would be to get creative with the fun remains of a discarded book. They don't have to go into the beats of any new whip. They can be for a story within the story. Oh, that's cool. Heather said, I butcher stories I create to Frankenstein them with themes, ideas, as if I like the tone of what I started writing on the different day where I pulled an oracle card to free write and it works in a story. Interesting. Let's see. All of my stories feel stitched together of the flesh of stories others told before me. Yeah. So, yeah, like a lot of us get inspiration from things that we've consumed, for things that we've watched, things that we've read, and so.
What? We're influenced by the media we take in.
What?
No.
What? Everybody's story is not the original.
I mean,
Nobody's been inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender before.
I mean,
Oh
the thing that she'll never be named again kind of started as an Underworld retelling. So
I'm here for underworld retellings. In fact, I think the world needs more underworld retellings. Could we just say supernatural Romeo and Juliet? Maybe, but I prefer underworld retellings.
yes, I'm here. I'm here for this. I would like this. Give me, please.
Also, perhaps Rise of the Lycans, but Lucian doesn't die.
That
I would love that.
sign me up. sign me up. As long as it stops
Such a good movie.
by before it hits the modern era. So Blood Wars and Awakening. I mean, Awakening
Oh
wasn't
wait,
bad.
Lucian didn't die in Rise of the Lycans.
Yeah, that was his backstory.
Yeah, that was
no,
Rise of the Vikings was.
the other half of the love. I cannot remember
Celine.
her name.
No, I got it.
Was it Celine? No, it's not
No, it's
Celine.
not Celine. Sonia.
I just call her Victor's
Sonia,
daughter.
yeah, Sonia. For some reason, I remembered it as Lucian dying, not Sonia. So I have to fix my statement. Rise of the Lycans, but Sonia survives.
Yes. Victor can go in her place.
And I'm sorry you
I
had.
want them both to live.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had that experience, Shannon. That seems super sucky.
The difference between a mafia and a gang is that mafia is like mafia is specifically supposed to be Italian. Also mafias tend to be more of they're like a larger crime syndicate, whereas gangs tend to be like smaller, but that's not always true. Like in LA, they have like gangs that are full on crime syndicates. So really, I think mostly it would just be regional, because like mafia and yakuza are basically like the same thing, but the yakuza are very distinctly Japanese and the mafia is supposed to be very distinctly Italian. A lot of fiction likes to just use the word mafia instead of crime syndicate, but it's supposed to be specifically Italian.
It's basically just whoever's talking. Like, whoever's describing it. That's...
I like crime syndicate because it's the umbrella term for all of them.
Yeah.
We love a good catch-all.
I'm sorry.
Like when I'm watching TV and they're like, yeah, the Russian mafia, and I'm like, they have a name, and that is not it.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Randy said, in literature, it's all kind of lumped into mafia, but this is one of Sam's pet peeves. So she will die on the hill of, don't do that, please.
Randy said, also sometimes you accidentally cannibalize a story. Didn't realize until after the fact I have 2 mafia romances with twin siblings. It's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
If I had 2 nickels for every time it happened, I'd only have 2 nickels, but it's weird.
It sounds like Doofenshmirtz. Yeah. Let's see. My husband shared with me some things he experienced in the hours he lost to a stroke. With his blessing, those may take it into a story. Probably horror. Is that Frankensteining? I don't think that's Frankenstein. I think Frankensteining is taking fictional things that you've written and mashing them together with pieces.
Yeah, I would say the best way to describe Frankensteining is to think of literally how Frankenstein was created by taking different parts of corpses and sewing them together. So you're taking like bits and pieces of old stories or like concepts and ideas from old stories and putting them into a new one.
Let's see.
Ooh, somebody said mob instead of mafia. Mob is another good word for it.
Let's see. More like family name is the mafia name. And literature is kind of lumped into mafia. Let's see, I'm usually here as a mob, but with a particular culture. So yeah, Russian mob. Yeah, that's true. Like in Batman, it's the mob that they go after. They go after the mob's banks. Mafia is Sicilian, not Italian. There's a difference. My Italian grandmother was always, they wish they were Italian. My goodness.
I am going to do further research upon this, and I do apologize for all Italians out there, but I suspect this is a thing where American Italians are considered the mafia. So it may be an unfortunate thing there. I'm gonna do more research into that because I am fascinated by that. Because growing up, everything I've ever known about the mafia in America is that they are Italian, and I don't think we have a heavy Sicilian population. I could be wrong about that. So,
has anybody seen Peaky Blinders? Because they're a
Organized
crime
crime
family,
in
but like, what are they called? Besides, like, just the Peaky Blinders, like that's their group name. But are they a mafia? Are they a mob? What, are they just a crime syndicate? A crime family?
I've never seen. Are they just a crime syndicate?
Yes, you know,
Yeah.
arms dealing and betting on horse races that they rig and stuff like that.
I'm going to look at it.
Let's see.
Because it is on the list to watch, but I have not seen it yet.
Apparently, it's on Netflix, so I'm very excited. I've only seen season 1, but that was years ago, so I need to go back and rewatch season 1 and finish all of them.
I will say, if anybody's into kind of campy-ish crime dramas, Vincenzo, a K-drama, has a the main character. His name is Vincenzo, and he is Korean, but he was adopted by an Italian mob boss. So he grew up in the Italian mafia. So
The Weiner
It
Puppers.
says Peaky.
Let's see, it says they're a gang.
Yeah, they're a powerful, powerful gang.
There's the whiny boy. Yes, my handsome man. Yeah. Let's see, why did I forget about gambling for crime syndicates? Put every kind of trafficking into the syndicate and I forgot about gambling, loan sharking. That's usually the default.
Right.
And Wendy's like, Vincenzo!
Vincenzo is so good.
I don't believe Roy does have any mafia wrecks. I did read one. There was an age gap. Yes, Roy. It was all right. It was called Little Dove. And he's like a crime boss in Las Vegas.
I love whenever there is a criminal syndicate show, like it's a show about a gang or a mob or something, and you've got like someone who is raised with like the old rules, and then you've got these new people who are even more corrupt and stuff, and then they're like, no, we will return to the purity of our criminal dealing.
Oh my god, that is like the standard.
We're not gonna do. I know it. I love it. It's like, we're not gonna deal in drugs anymore. That hurts the community. Human trafficking? No, that's terrible. We're not gonna do that. How dare you? You're the lowest of the low. We deal in money laundering, corrupt politicians.
So I
This
do have a whip right now that is mafia romance, but it has a Greek god twist. So,
I mean, they are just a mob.
the main male lead is Eros, cursed with humanity and forced to work for a mafia. So he does matchmaking for the mafia. So like he forces marriages of like, not convenience, but like politically motivated
alliance, like political
alliances. Yeah. And so he is fallen apart mentally because he's watching these people's lives get ruined. And chapter 1 is the girl. It's just a random girl who's at a bar with her friend, and her friend's like, "I dare you to go kiss that dude." So she's like, "Oh shoot, dang!" So she goes and tells him, like, "I have to kiss you for a bet, so I win ice cream." And he's like, "Okay, fine." And then it escalates, and he's like, "I gotta get out of here." So they gotta figure out who the heck this man was.
I really want them to pay for my ice cream. Would you just mind kissing me?
The bet was a box of Klondike bars.
I love this already.
Yeah. So it's fun. Hello, Raphael. Let's see. Yakuza Fiance is also real good for that crime sort of vibe, but also hecka toxic. Isn't there?
This does not scare me.
There is the Way of the House Husband that I have not yet read.
Oh my god, The Way of the House Husband is amazing. There needs to I need to start reading the manga because I watched all of the anime and I need more of the backstory because like the way that the anime is hinted at the backstory is she essentially found a rabid animal on the street and turned him into a house puppy, and I'm like, I need to see how we got there.
Hello, Crystal Wolf. Welcome.
I started reading one. It's called, I want to say it's called Yakuza's Bias. And it's about, so he's the bodyguard for the boss's daughter. And she's really big into this K-pop band. And she like gets him to watch a lot of things. And he, between like watching the behind the scenes of the K-pop band like working out together and, you know, overcoming hardships and stuff, he sees a lot of parallels between the brotherhood of the band and the brotherhood of the Yakuza. And so he also becomes a really big fan of them. And he like has an arch rival in, I'm pretty sure he's part of a different gang. But like they bias for the same band, but I think different people, because and it's so cute because the Yakuza guy, he like starts a Twitter so that he can keep up to date with the K-pop stuff, but like it's very obvious he's basically like something like Yakuza K-pop fan or whatever. And he just posts like a Yakuza and like it shows other people's posts. It's like, I don't know if he's actually a part of the Yakuza or not, but I love this guy's shtick. And then he like does a merch trade, and it turns out the merch trade is with his rival. They just like trade the merch and then walk off, and they just don't say anything. It's so cute. I love the series.
So let me share my screen real quick and torment you all. This is my mood board for Project Eros. Maybe called Drinking with Eros or Drinking with Cupid. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking he's going to be sealed, like have his godness sealed in him either with tattoos or with intentional scarring. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, I'm super excited, and it's really fun.
That is awesome.
So that's my mood board. Yeah. Good night, Carla. And yes, it is time to do another sprint. Let me pull up. So we did winter before. Now we're going to do some spring.
Hi.
Yeah. And I do have another question. Let's do this one next, actually. Change the number. If you were to write a fanfic for any fandom, what would it be?
I already have an answer for that.
So that is the question. In 3, 2, 1, go. Hi. We are almost 2/3 through. Yeah. What did you get up to, Crystal?
I, since I decided I was done with words for the day, after all of that nonsense, I pulled out the blanket of doom that was sitting behind me, and I'm starting to work on another row. I'm about halfway through ish. Yeah.
Very cool. It looks so snuggly.
It is the snuggliest. It is the softest. I am never going to do this again because she is heavy. She hurts my arms to turn. But I'm so excited for it to be done because it's thick, it's heavy, it's soft. Yeah.
How much more do you think you have left to go?
I have this left plus 3 more. Hold on, because just because to demonstrate how insane I am. 3 more. 2 more. 2 more green and 1 more purple. So I'm never doing this again.
That's ginormous.
It's queen size. It was going to be bigger. My wonderful hubby, in his infinite wisdom and quite wisdom, told me that I was insane and helped me come to grips with never doing this again. He looked after me and said, just do half more. Because it was supposed to be another 6 more skeins. And he's like, you are already not enjoying this project anymore. Please stop. So he's protecting me from myself, and it's almost it'll be done soon sometime, maybe.
Nice. What'd you do, Alyce?
Well, I kind of just played around.
Nice.
I did absolutely nothing.
Hey, sometimes that's a vibe.
One of the children has come in. They're not feeling good again. So Pacific Rim is on in the background. Please let me know if it is too loud. I doth not want copyright strikes for Laura. But I got through almost another section of this. I know I was supposed to take a break last sprint, but I kept going instead. It is what it is.
Nice. We had a Kelly come in. Hello. And did I already say hello? Hello, Louise. Editing. And Wendy started dinner. Oh yeah, what did I do? I ate a homemade blueberry muffin and finished reading my own fanfic. Started drafting chapter 5.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Let's see. CB says, been reading fanfic, having trouble finding one to read that makes brain happy. Are there any particular vibes or tropes or fandoms you're going for? This says, signed the contract of the Dragon Anthology, intended to the wifey, and my little dragon wrote 224 words. Nice. Pizza!
Oh, pizza.
I love pizza.
I miss pizza.
Mara says, did more reading. My head is starting to hurt, so I think this next sprint will be my last one for the night. Sounds good. Randy says 407 words. I'm thinking that brain cells starting to smoke. So I'm not sure if I should stop for the day or switch to a more fun chapter. I don't know. If your brain cell goes up in smoke, can it regenerate itself? Asking for science. Still working on the Kickstarter. It's like to make pizza. Yeah. Bed, comfy. Let's see. Thought about the fanfic question. I don't write them. However, I have characters in mind that might morph into my own tales. Oh. Spicy. God. I've read those. I have read where Harry Potter becomes Master of Death and ends up in Avengers. I've read those crossovers, but not Marvel DC. Anyway, I think the brain cell will go on strike before it regenerates.
Probably.
So, the question about all things fanfic. If you were to write a fanfic in any fandom, what would it be?
I accidentally wrote a Loki era fanfic with a couple of my characters, and that's how Immortal Masquerade now exists.
Nice.
It is Marvel Loki. He is now in the world, and by the time I get around to publishing or prepping book 5 for publishing, I have to file down all the serial numbers, but it is 100% Loki, and I'm currently living in my Loki girl era, so
Fair enough.
I dressed up as Lady Loki for a Comic-Con years ago. I sculpted the headpiece, and then my sister wired it together for me. And the author of my favorite Star Wars books commented on it and liked it.
Awesome.
I love that.
Thank you. So, yeah. Anyway. Alice, have you ever done fanfic?
Yes.
Any you want to fess up to, or are they secret in the dark?
No, one is actually linked in all of my descriptions on my videos. It is called Apocalyptic Problems, and it is a Walking Dead Shane Walsh OC fanfic.
Oh, nice. You got the zombies going there. Very cool.
And I have like a million more, but they never made it.
Oh no!
I used to write Legend of Zelda fanfiction. That's actually how I met my husband on fanfiction.net. He wrote it, I wrote it. Well, he wrote more. He wrote Zelda and Final Fantasy fanfiction and some Super Smash Brothers. But I only wrote Zelda. And if I wrote more fanfiction, it would be Zelda. I care not enough to write anything else.
Nice.
Probably centering on the Sheikah and the Gerudo because their cultures fascinate me.
I know this much about Zelda.
That's me too. I'm sorry.
I provide you with enough lore from the game and enough of my own lore that you won't know which is which, and that's okay.
That is amazing.
Nice.
I love me some Zelda.
So, back in my fanfic.net days. Very nice.
Oh god.
Back in the day, I wrote Naruto. I wrote Rise of the Guardians, so Jack Frost. I wrote D. Gray Man, which is an anime, and I was co-writing a Lorax one with my sister, where the one Slew's guitar breaks and he goes to try and find his dad.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway,
Dad wasn't in the movie, was he?
No. So, currently on AO3, I have a Harry Potter and a Bleach. So, yes, CB. The Lorax. The Once-ler, man.
The moment she said Once-ler, I understood that Tumblr went through a whole ass Once-ler era.
Yes, it did. I never
The amount of people
participated
that
in
ship
the. I never
Yeah, the
participated in
amount-
the OC Onceler role plays though. I wasn't that far
that's
gone.
fine. The amount of people that shipped the Onceler with himself was
Uh-huh.
fascinating.
Some of those fics were pretty good.
I'm just saying, I'm like, I need to know how it started and why it was so popular to ship him with himself.
Mhm.
So,
Well, the Onceler and Greedler. So like, you know,
fair enough. You're right. How
naive,
bad
innocent him,
can
and
I
then how bad can I be him? So
be? Right, I now understand. All it took was me voicing the question to Laura.
Lars is getting more flashbacks.
Oh, yeah. All the millennials we know.
Or the Avatar series coming. I still haven't
Don't
finished Legend of Korra. So the new one, I believe, is two earthbending twins, and one of them turns out to be the new Avatar after Korra. From the little synopsis that I saw on Threads or somewhere.
I've never even finished the original Avatar.
It's so good.
I think I made it to season 2 or 3.
There's only 3.
What?
There's only 3.
Okay, then I probably didn't make it through the end of season 1. It was either I finished season 1 or I just got into season 2. There was a point where one of the characters was just pissing me off on such a fundamental level that I had to walk away.
So, Crystal, if it makes you feel better, I have only seen, I think, half of season 1, parts of season 2, and the ending.
That does actually make me feel better because I feel like I've just been in a kiddie pool that is the only people who have never finished it.
Controversially, I cannot stand Aang. I hate him with a vengeance. And having seen the end of
I don't like Aang either.
seeing the end of Avatar, I stand by my emotions. And I don't like it. I like the series itself, and Sokka is my man. That man goes through such good character development. Love him. Not Aang though, and the fact that Aang is the main character just makes it very hard for me to want to watch the whole thing.
I have read so much Last Airbender fanfic. So much.
I have recently read the Avatar Kyoshi book though, and if she was the Avatar, I would have watched every episode. I love Kyoshi. I am too non-pacifistic for airbenders. But also the airbender in Avatar Kyoshi is just like, yeah, no, sometimes if violence gets it done, I'm like, see, this guy gets it. Not the best air priest, but he gets it. So
Kyoshi, my beloved.
Yep.
amazing.
There's like a certain level. There is a certain level of character unintelligence that I can stomach. I mean, I have characters in my own work that are in like they make stupid decisions, but it's because they're human, so like it makes sense. But there were moments where I was watching that series and I'm like, I cannot believe there is this much dumb happening in this soup. I have to walk away from the dumb level of the soup.
My thing is they're kids, so it's fine for them to be dumb. But it's like, especially at the end, because like I said, I've seen the end, and at the end, Aang is just like, yo, Roku, how do I do I really have to kill this motherfucker? And Roku's like, I mean, I didn't kill him, and that's like one of my biggest regrets. So yeah, I think you gotta kill him. And he's like, don't like that answer. Kyoshi, do I gotta kill this motherfucker? And Kyoshi's like, sometimes you gotta kill a bitch. And he's like, don't like that answer. He's just like, let me just keep going back until I get another vendor who's like, no, we don't. I'm like,
That is-
Aang, buddy.
That is my pet
And then,
peeve.
And then
like,
what does he do?
let me
He doesn't
instead
kill him.
sentence you to arguably a punishment worse than death. I'm like, there are some things worse than death. Like, just because you didn't kill him doesn't make you a good person. You literally disconnected his soul from fire bending. Like, I perceive
Like,
that
that's
as
gonna
a
stop the
huge-
evil.
Like even if it doesn't stop the evil, like the way that bending is described in this universe is it is literally a part of their very life. As you have literally split this man's
You
soul in
take it.
half. I'm like, how is it? Just put him out of his misery, because now he's got to live the rest of his life like this. I'm like,
Can't
I
defend
believe
himself from anybody now.
I believe in mercy killings, so I'm like, Like, is this a heavy burden to put on a child? Yes, but he's the Avatar. That's unfortunately his lot in life.
Randy, I thought I heard Roy outside the door. Apparently he was not.
Also, I gotta point out, Sokka's not against killing. Sokka's like, let's get the job done. Could have had Sokka kill him.
When in doubt, get someone else to do the thing you don't like.
Also, like, during the final battle, one of the airships go to, and you're not telling me not a single fucking person was killed in that final battle. So it's okay for everybody else to kill someone, but not Aang. I absolutely cannot stand that double morality bullshit. So, like, Aang's okay with his co-soldiers killing people, but he will not do it because it's wrong. I'm like,
Not for me, but totally for thee.
man who committed mass genocide. Soldiers defending their home nation. I just don't like pacifistic main characters. Cannot stand them. Sorry, I will put my hill to the side. Oh my god, Heather, yes. Look, I cannot stand when any media does that, when they're like, oh, our main character is so good and so pure that they could never kill anyone. But literally their allies are killing people. Like,
Yeah. So, in my Harry Potter fanfic, Harry's a murderer. I'm like, well,
Good.
so, like, okay, it bugs me that the Order of the Phoenix, like, don't actually, like, kill anybody. But in like, the movies and the books. But in the fanfics, they can get confronted with your pacifist isn't working. You gotta take them out! And so in the fanfic, I wrote, I've been paused on like chapter 8 or 9 or whatever, but Voldemort hears the whole prophecy, and he's like, psh, whatever, I'm gonna blood adopt this kid, raise him as an assassin against the Order of the Phoenix. He's gonna do my bidding for me. So Harry's being raised as a morally gray assassin, and
I am here for it.
they go to take out Tonks's parents, Andromeda and them, and Andromeda's married to a Muggle, and so of course I have him take out the shotgun. So he's like shooting wizards. Yes,
I love it, Laura. I'm here for it.
Oh,
I
goodness.
also think I have broken the heart of my adopted child who absolutely loves Avatar the Airbender.
Oh.
Fine. I'll make it up to her.
Cannot bear the guilt of killing a man. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I'm willing to sacrifice your morality for this work, not mine, though. No.
That's really how it reads to me.
Yeah.
But also, on the flip side of that, though, a dynamic I really enjoy is when, like, you have a main character that, like killing, it's not that they're pacifistic, It's just that like they don't want to kill, right? But they would kill, but like and it would weigh down on them greatly. But then they've got like that edgy best friend who does the dirty work behind the scenes, so they don't know about it, and the other character is like, I do it because I can handle it. But it would tear them apart. And I'm like, this is a friendship I enjoy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that trope. It's like, let me do it, because if you don't, you'll if you do it, bad things. If I do it, it's just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also
Yeah.
and sometimes it's even that way for like political reasons, or because and it's like, no, your reputation has to stay like good and stuff because you are the symbol of our people. I, however,
Yep.
can be the devil at your door. So and I'm like,
There's
this
an
support.
anime that I love where there's an episode where the main character he's been like fighting and killing off goblins and fantastical creatures that are attacking and stuff. And then suddenly he's forced to have to fight off humans in self-defense. And he kills 6 of them. It's like, holy smokes! Just cold-blooded, just knife to the throat. It's like, ah!
Wow.
Like, I know you can kill because you've been killing creatures this whole time, but like now you're taking out humans. It's a little different, but you're so cold about it. It's so cool. Like, dang it, my morally gray meter. Anyway, we should do our final sprint.
We should.
Yeah.
So now we are in summer. So we went from winter to spring to summer. And our final question is, what are your favorite types of authentic videos to watch? Any you would want to see more of? And this is totally not me farming for video ideas. No, siree.
You can't see it because of the banner, but I had such an offended, shocked face.
All right, let's begin our third and final sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. So we have like 5-10 minutes before we gotta skedaddle. But how'd you do?
I didn't do much of anything. I'm sinking fast, so I just played on my phone and watched YouTube.
Nice.
Fair enough. I anticipate my stream will mostly be me going, yeah, I got through another section, and everyone else going, yeah, I got ready for bed.
Yep. I shifted more into my human form because I'm like, after we're done, I'm going to right to bed.
That is fine. I decided to actually, because I do need to pace myself to make it through the sprints, because I'm recovering and I have to remind myself of that. So that this sprint, I read some webtoon, and my husband's rearranging one of his figure shelves. So I wanted to show our child my favorite figure from that shelf. So
What about you, Alyce?
I did nothing.
You assumed the potato.
Yes, I have a praise. I can't even think. Yes, I am a potato.
A beautiful potato. Let's see. Lisa got settled and did like 15 minutes of reading. Shanna's still working on the Kickstarter. Wendy said I finished making dinner and started eating it. It's awesome. Heather did the beta read of the story my friend asked me to read that I'm seeing today. Woohoo! Beta is 221 words because I spent a hot minute of that sprint trying to find where the cute chapter is supposed to go. And I'm gonna order a Qdoba. Whoops. Nice. So I realized I never read the chat's answers to the previous question. Whoosh. Whoosh. So, real quick. CJ said fanfic, probably Skate the Infinity. The fan family opportunity gives me the warm and fuzzies. Beth said my 2 books that I self-published started as K-pop fanfic.
fair enough.
Essie says, well, I'm writing Merlin fanfiction while on my editing this weekend to stop me going crazy. So let's get that as an answer. Yay, Merlin. I've written and published Naruto fanfiction, which will rot on fanfic.net. And I have written Haikyuu fanfic. I'll probably want to write the My Hero Academia fandom because I want to write some angst for my toxic gays.
Randy, I am so pleased to see another fanfic.netter. Everyone else is on Archive of Our Own.
I still read on fanfic.net, but on the app because it has the read aloud function.
Nice.
Yeah.
My husband started a Bane monologue now.
Raphael said, Harry Potter and Avengers mix made me stop eating my graham cracker.
Yeah, that was a double take.
And Mars's was, one day I'll write the Bunjo Stray Dogs fanfic that's been living in the back of my brain for months. And the answer for this question was, I'm firmly rooted in my vlog era right now. Both watching and making them just bring me so much joy. And probably vlogs. I like hearing other writers getting excited and frustrated with their ideas. Reminds me that I'm not the only one. Heck yeah. Okay. Yeah, Pacific Rim's a bit loud.
Oh.
But we are almost done. Let's see. Randy says, I started on fanfic and went back to one of my old works. Was an iPod Shuffle challenge.
I miss my iPod Shuffle.
I never had an iPod. I had a Zune. But yeah.
I had a Nano.
Nice.
The iPod Nano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the phone two phones ago was my first ever iPhone. This is the iPhone 6. Which I bought used. Anyway. Yeah. So let's do some outros so we can skedaddle and get ready for the next stream.
Yeah.
So let's start with Crystal.
I am the cannot confirm nor deny my identity as a vampire. My channel is Crystal's Cluster, where I make a cluster of content ranging from whatever I do at any given time and during any given day. Mostly it's live streams right now. Mondays, I do gaming live stream right now. We're working through the Remedy game Control, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Saturdays, I do writing and productivity. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Times. I'm consistent that way sometimes, maybe. I also work on a vampire paranormal series, which is like 8 books in a trench coat. I'm sure it's fine, and I'm working on getting my first one through the publication process. I tried really hard to do that really fast.
Nice.
And I am your pasty bestie, Alyce Reads. Alyce Reads. I do AuthorTube and BookTube content here on YouTube, and I usually stream on Tuesdays through Saturdays at 7 a.m. EST.
Yeah. Sam.
I am writing Mom's Math, and that's it. On my channel, I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. On Mondays, I host live streams. A lot of them are write-ins. Some of them are flash fiction free-for-alls. Some are parties. It's always a good time. CB and I do Whip Wednesdays on Wednesday, and book talks twice a month, the first and middle Saturday of every month. And we've started doing a kind of let's play of Baldur's Gate situation. So on whatever Fridays we can. And yeah, you can follow me at all the places. I'm linked down below, pretty sure.
Yep.
Also,
It
I'm
should be.
hosting the next stream.
Yes. I'm Lonos. You've been here at my house. I will be on Sam's stream next. So it's going to be a time. And apparently dinner is ready. So skedaddle and eat in 10 minutes. So,
Always leaving my streams to eat.
no, I'm Pacific time. Okay, it's 6:48 right now. So yeah, don't hit leave studio. Hit end stream. That's the thing. Yes, yes. So see you all later. Have a great evening. Bye.